Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, says the country's ambitious economic reforms are starting to yield results. Speaking at the 11th annual conference of the West Africa Association of Public Accounts Committee, WAPAC, hosted by Nigeria's House of Representatives, Edun declared that the nation is turning the corner. The minister highlighted rising government revenues, reduced dependence on imported fuel, and growing investor confidence as evidence that reforms under President Bola Tinubu are taking effect. Edun revealed that Nigeria's debt service to revenue ratio fell to roughly 60% in 2024, while revenue in the first half of 2025 increased by nearly 35%. He attributed this progress to tough measures, including the removal of subsidies, liberalization of the exchange rate, and tax reforms.
And provision to the people of infrastructure, education, healthcare, and social protection, the all-important social safety net that helps to ease the passage of difficult and necessary reforms that we are undertaking in Nigeria, bravely led, courageously led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Despite the gains, lawmakers caution that Nigeria's debt situation remains serious. House Speaker Abbas Tajuddin noted that the country's total debt has surpassed 149 trillion naira, pushing the debt to GDP ratio above the legal limit of 40%.
This highlights the urgent need for a stronger oversight, transparent borrowing practices, and a collective resolve to ensure that tangible economic and social returns match every naira borrowed. Across Africa, debt levels have reached alarming proportions. By 2022, the continent's total public debt had reached $1.8 trillion, with external debts alone surpassing $1 trillion by 2023.
Representing the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, a delegate emphasized the importance of robust parliamentary oversight across West Africa, warning that uncontrolled borrowing could jeopardize citizens' future and threaten democratic governance.
A body that mortgages the future of our citizens. This is why parliamentary oversight is indispensable. I will recall the last conference that was held in Benin. You also examined this pressing issue of debt management, and today you are further re-examining this subject matter, public debt, which has even become more expedient for greater parliamentary oversight.
Chairman of the House Public Accounts Committee, Bamidele Salam, disclosed that his team recovered over 200 billion naira in lost revenues last year. He also underscored ongoing reforms, including the long-awaited audit bill, currently under Senate review.
The oversight, particularly through the work of the Public Account and Finance Committees, is therefore indispensable to ensuring that debt accumulation does not become a pathway to fiscal crisis or intergenerational problem. It is therefore fitting that WAPAC has chosen this critical theme for deliberation at the 11th conference holding here in Abuja.
The WAPAC conference, hosted in Nigeria for the first time since its establishment in 2009, gathered parliamentarians from across the region. Delegates agreed that debt can support growth if managed with transparency, but becomes a heavy burden when handled opaquely. For Nigeria, the takeaway is clear. While economic reforms are showing results, continued fiscal discipline and strong parliamentary oversight will determine whether debt serves as a driver of development or a trap for future generations.